All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash, Divine as the Elder Apostle Great Mills, Tony Thomas Children rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation. I come out there, scattered abroad to far corner of the earth. That's serving the truth, our truth and sincerity. To I say Shalom. This is Brother Bala, come to another video in the spirit. And I'm basically going to go into just counting the cost, okay? Because us being in this ministry, we have to remember what we're a part of, okay, and how we conduct ourselves being a part of this ministry, okay. We come with this ministry is order, okay, and that's something that people in the world lack, okay. They don't have no order, and they don't understand order, or they don't want to follow no type of order, okay. But as being in this ministry, we have to understand that there's an order to everything. Matter of fact, before I even start off, let me go over there and grab that. This is 1 Corinthians 14:40. It says, let all things be done decently and in order. Yeah. So we have to make sure that we're doing everything in order. Okay. And that goes along with how we conduct ourselves among the brotherhood and dealing with brothers. Okay. So like it. So yeah. So being a part of this thing, we can't always just be out here thinking that we got it all figured out, or thinking we can just do certain things. No, we forsake a lot of things that we used to do and the way we used to think when we came into this ministry. Okay, and that's what comes along with. That's why the scripture's talking about counting the cost, because you can't, the things that you was doing in the world, you can't bring in here in this ministry. Now, yeah, being a part of the ministry, yeah, we slip. Okay. We probably don't fully think about things like we should. Think about the depths of stuff. Think how it could affect the others around us. But that's what we have to do. Okay. And it's nothing wrong with with communicating. Okay. And that's what that's sometimes that's the best thing to do, is to communicate, because if you don't, and you just out here moving on your own type of time, it can put you in a bigger hole than you can put you in a bigger hole than how I'm trying to say this. It could put you in a bigger hole, basically, instead of you following order. And that's one thing we have to always remember, that there is an order that is set up, and we have to follow that. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it's to help. It's to help us. And that'd be wrong with Jake sometimes. In the world. They don't want to follow order. They want to they want to do everything on their own. They don't want nobody telling them nothing. And then they end up doing some shit that end up costing them in all different type of ways. But us being in this ministry, that we have to understand that we have to subject ourselves, to the men ahead of us, that's over us. Okay? And we just have to always put that in remembrance. That we do have men over us. We have men that have been in this thing, that have been through things that we have probably never been through yet. So it's okay to seek that wisdom. So I'm gonna grab this. This is Luke 14:26. It says, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yet in his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever do not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So yeah, that doesn't mean literally hate. It means that we can't put nothing before this truth. We can't put nothing before this ministry. And sometimes, brothers got lives. Brothers, some brothers got families, got wives, got wives, got kids and stuff like that. But we cannot let that come in between this truth. Okay? And sometimes, you thinking you're doing the right thing and trying to let me see, I want to say this. You're trying to do something that you think is going to help benefit everyone around you, and it end up putting you in a bad situation. Okay? Because we are in this flesh. I don't have kids. I don't have a woman right now, but I can see how those things can cause you to make certain decisions because you're in the flesh. And being in this ministry, spirits be messing with us, Satan be messing with us, we putting thoughts in our mind. But we always gotta remember that at the end of the day, we can't allow those thoughts to mess with us and to fuck us up in this ministry. So we always gotta remember to put this truth first. And at the end of the day, the Lord's will is gonna be done, man. So this scripture's talking about in a time of trouble, make not haste. So don't be making hasty decisions. Not necessarily when you're in a time of trouble, but when you're in a predicament and you're trying to hurry up and get out of it. Just wait and let the Lord work. Because sometimes we got to do that. That's another thing that comes with this ministry. Sometimes you got to sit down and you got to wait, man. You got to wait on the Lord to work, because the Lord is working. The Lord is going to deal. So sometimes we just got to sit and wait. And it may take a little minute, and we can't be impatient. That scripture's talking about wait patiently on the Lord. I'm going to continue to read. It says, for which of you intending to build a tower, sit not down first and count up the cost, whether ye have sufficient to finish it. Yeah. So before we even came in this thing, we supposed to consider all aspects. Yeah, we don't know the full magnitude of it when we first come in. And then even as you continue to grow in this thing, you still learn different things. You still learn, you still learning, brothers. You still learning the order. You still learning how to conduct yourself, all of that stuff. We as you continue to grow in this thing, you are hit with different problems, different situations to test you, to test your character. But we always gotta remember that it's not about us and what we want all the time. Okay. Sometimes it's about the Lord. It's about the Lord's will. Okay. Yeah, we doing this. We doing this work, to make our calling election sure. But it's not always. You can't always be selfish. Understand? You can't always think about yourself. You gotta think about the brotherhood in the ministry too. And that's what comes with this ministry. So these are things you gotta think about, when you come into this fold, man. And it's a lot. That's why these scriptures says it. It says, like, before you even came in, you got to count the cost. And that's important. That's very important. Because this is a very, very narrow pathway. Not everybody can do it. We didn't see it. We didn't see brothers that fell out. We see how these how the Lord can take you out. Just from the 4 years I've been in this truth, I done seen a lot, and I done heard a lot of stories. But once you put your hand to the plow, there's no looking back. So before you even start, count the cost. Because you got to understand that you can lose your life in this thing. You got to understand what you're dealing with. The power that you're dealing with. There's a lot that goes into this. So let me grab this. This is 2 Corinthians 13:5. It says, examine yourself whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shai is in you, except ye be reprobates. But I trust that you shall know that we are not reprobates. He says, now I pray to Yahweh that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that you should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Yeah, but the point is in verse 5. But all of that was good, man. It says, examine yourselves, whether you be in the foe. We got to constantly examine ourselves, man. And that's a constant thing you do daily. Okay, daily. We have to examine ourselves and make sure that we're not letting this outside world affect us. Okay, and cause us to make bad decisions. You know? And we gotta, pray to the Lord. Ask the Lord to continue to guide our steps and determine our steps. And control our paths. Like I said before, sometimes we just gotta sit down. We just gotta wait. And that's something that Jake got bad, is just the waiting game. Yeah, we grown, we got responsibilities, we got stuff we gotta take care of. But at the end of the day, we gotta make sure that we're being responsible, and that's the main thing. Being responsible. Okay. Being in this ministry basically holds you accountable and makes you responsible. And it's really no room for error in that department. You got the brothers. You got brothers that'll help you when you need it, but you don't always want to put that on brothers, because brothers got lives too. Brothers got things they got to take care of too. And the scripture talking about show yourself as a man. So as a man, you got to make sure that you're about your business. So yeah, it's a lot that comes with this ministry. It's not for everybody. That's why it says many are called, but few are chosen. It's not for everybody. But for the ones that's in this, man, we just gotta keep pushing and keep striving. And remember these scriptures like the ones I'm bringing out. This is what we asked for. This is what we came into. So sometimes we gotta bite the bullet. We gotta bite down and just get through it. This is 1 Peter 5:5. It says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yeah, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility, for Yahweh resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves before under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time. So like I was saying, with us, just for the younger brothers, for the young Akim in this thing, we got to submit ourselves to the elders, the men that's over us, man. There's men that been in this thing laboring before us. Okay, we got anything that we want to do, okay, seek counsel. Okay, especially if it involves anything with the brotherhood. Okay, we seek counsel. And that's something that that's something that I'm continuing to learn as I continue in this truth. You may your intentions may be good. You may not think it's a big deal, but then it can turn out to being a big deal. So yeah, we got because the heads and the men over us, they're basically watching over our souls. They basically, they in control of us in a sense. So we got to make sure that we're following order, and if it's necessary, if it crosses your mind, should I ask or should I talk to a brother about this? Do it, and not just any brother. That not just brothers who you cool with. Take it up to the brothers who been in this thing. That are in those authority seats, so you can get the proper type of guidance that you need. And yes, that's what we have to do. And that's what Jake and the world don't like to do. You know, Jake be like, man, I'm grown. I ain't got to ask nobody about nothing. I ain't got to, no. That's a worldly mindset, and we're not worldly. We're spiritual. So don't bring that type of mindset in this. And if you got that type of mindset, or that's how you think, or those type of thoughts seeking to your mind, rebuke those thoughts, or get those thoughts out of there, or change yourself. Because the scripture's talking about putting off the old man and putting on the new man. You're supposed to put all that type of thinking out the window. You're supposed to be a whole different person. Supposed to be becoming a whole different person. So this thing ain't for the ones who don't like order. If you don't like order, then this ain't for you. Because that's how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua deals. He deals in order. And he's not dealing with any Jake that don't want to be in order. And you can see that when Jake wanted to get out of order, what happened? The Lord go ahead and remove him. So to keep yourself from getting in trouble, man, is to follow order. So that's pretty much it. Lord, we're in this video is edifying. I'm going to close out by giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Shalom.